So one of the defining features of Wintringham has always been the fact that you've got these fantastic historic brooks of Hen Brook and Wintringham Brook. What's been really interesting is, we had that challenge of reinvigorating Wintringham Brook. I know from an engineering point of view, we had that idea of being able to kind of put in a new water feature that fed Wintringham Brook with kind of the surface runoff from the northern part of the site. But it was really working with BMD that started to explore that into more of a kind of ecology corridor and how that worked. So we're now at this sort of Monks Brook, which is a new brook, but made to look like an old brook, and that was part of the work that you did to develop this into a place for nature.
So yes, it's looking at creating the naturalistic flow of the old brook. So it used to be traditionally an agricultural drain, and now we're looking to open up and have the meanders through the scheme, and then providing that space for the water as well. So the wildflower edges that you can see, the in-channel vegetation, and that will vary during the time of year, during different times of water flow. And we have marginal vegetation and aquatic vegetation now growing in this feature.
Brilliant. And it's got a real natural feel to it, and you can kind of hear the water moving through the grass. It's lovely for people as well as being a great space for nature. So we're here now on the eastern side of Wintringham, A428 just in the background. We're at the southern part of the first leisure trail, but this is Wintringham Brook. Now when we first came to site, right at the start of the planning process, Wintringham Brook was a little bit sorry for itself. It had bits of rubbish in it. It had quite a lot of fridges and shopping trolleys and things. We've obviously worked with yourselves from the ecology and landscape point of view, and clearly with the Wildlife Trust as well, to get advice on how to create that. What's happened to Wintringham Brook? How have we been able to kind of rejuvenate this historic piece of water?
Yes, so we have an agreed management plan that's being put into action now, and the main principles really are working with the brook we have, buffering it with the new habitat corridors that we can see behind us, opening up sections of scrub. So you can see this bit here, we've reduced some of the scrub that's overshading the brook to create some more light, allow the vegetation to grow. Also some in-channel work as well, so increasing the width of the channel in terms of a cross section, and providing some gravel as well to improve the water corridor, and providing some space for fish and invertebrates to use some varied structures within the water as well.
And one of the really exciting things for me was when we were talking about species that haven't been here historically. This was quite intensively farmed space, and looking at the brook as being a future home for the water vole maybe, and even the otter, which I love. And how have we looked at kind of creating spaces within the brook corridor that will encourage those species to call this their home?
I think that's a key point, because obviously the water corridors, they merge into the River Ouse further down, and then further up into other brook networks beyond the scheme. So the idea is to provide that permeability through the site, to provide some stopping points with regards to marginal vegetation that water voles will use and feed on, and also that connectivity that otters will use between the main river systems. So the idea is to provide safe movement for them, so wide corridors, newly planted trees, managed trees, and then where we have crossing points, we'll have culverts that go over the crossing points to provide that continued movement for those species.